appointment. Raymond James and Associates, Incorporated. Member of the New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, Life Well Planned.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
Well, the Whitfield Investments halftime report continues as we take a look at individual totals from first half action. All 5 starters for Paoli get a chance to score in that first couple of quarters. Jericho Hopper, as usual, leading the way. She had 8 points in the first half, 6 of those in the second quarter. Then Addie Payton, she was hot in the second quarter, had 7 points in the half and 5 of those in that second quarter. Then 3 points apiece for Lily Hall and for Kaylin Hannon, 2 points for Avery Cruz. As far as South Central is concerned, they've got 3 girls leading the way with 5 points apiece. Haley Condor, along with Gracelyn Bartuzek and Olivia Malley, they all have 5. 3 points for Maggie Keith and 2 for Gracie Haig. 23-20, that's your halftime score. Paoli leading South Central. When the Whitfield Investments report continues, we will be getting you ready for second half action. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust. You'll love our helpful staff, our warm and smiling faces. Latest tools and services delivered by the friends you trust. We're loyal to your family, your business, your future. Focused on you. Springs Valley Bank and Trust.
Well, ready to wrap up the Whitfield Investments halftime report. About the only thing that we have not talked about to this point in time is the foul situation, and there are some definite concerns for Paoli as Avery Cruz and Lily Hall both picked up 3 fouls in the first half. Kaylin Hannon, she wasn't too far off of that. She got 2 herself. As far as South Central is concerned, Maggie Keith is the only one in any kind of trouble, as she has 2. South Central, they will begin second half action with possession of the basketball, and Paoli has a 3-point lead.
Rebels working around the perimeter. Rams draw back in their 2-3 zone to start off this third quarter. Keith to the right of the key, launches 3 and knocks it right down to tie it up at 23-23. Haig, Keith, Alley, Bartuzak, and Condor, the 5 out there for South Central. They'll come back with their half-court trap. To the right of the key, Hannon has it. Jump pass ahead to Hall. Hall on the right wing into the corner right side. Cruz pass deflected, stolen there by Malley. And South Central comes out with it, rushes it up court, bounce pass to Haig, and she bobbled it and will be called for a travel to turn it right back over to Paoli.
Yeah, she was wide open and ready to shoot before she got the basketball, and when she finally got it, she was already moving and turns it over. Break there for Paoli.
Cruz, Hopper, Hannon, Payton, and Hall, the 5 out there for the Rams to start this second half, and Paoli will turn it right back over with that pressure defense at the midcourt.
Yeah, just can't stand the prosperity. That time, I think more than anything, it was the long arms of Haig. You're trying to get it around her and also get it into front court, and then she comes charging over at you, and that was going to be a big double team at the midcourt strike.
2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Rams to start this second half. Keith around the perimeter, into the corner to Condor. Condor back to Keith against the 2-3 to Bartuzak to the right of the key. Couple of dribbles to Haig, right side. Bartuzak around the perimeter to Condor. Condor to the left of the key, back to Bartuzak, sets her feet, launches 3 off the back of the rim, no good. Deep rebound by Hannon. Hannon in a double team, and a foul going to be called as a little bit too aggressive that time, the players from South Central.
And that foul will go on Olivia Malley. That's going to be her second. Team first, give it over to Paoli, and they're going to face that half-court pressure again. They're setting up that trap right at the midcourt stripe.
1-2-2. Hall, nice job over the top to Hannon, down low to Peyton. Fire cross court. Cruz drives, puts it way up, almost over the top of the backboard. Came down, had a chance. Instead, though, Avery fouled and will be back at the free throw line.
That foul will go on 15, Haley Condor. That'll be her second and team second of the half or of the quarter. And Cruz to the line for two.
Rams attacking that half-court trap. Free throw by Avery, up and good. Rams back out in front by one at 24-23 on the third point of the afternoon for Avery Cruz, the 5'4 senior. She'll be back to see if she can make it a 2-for-2 trip. Hitting 77% from the line. Free throw right through there again. Rams up by 2. 6:35 and counting in the third quarter of play. Malley brings it up with the dribble to Condor. Launches a three quickly. Way off the mark. No good. Hannon has the rebound for Paoli. Takes it down the right side. Weaves her way through traffic. Ahead to Hall, to Peyton on the baseline. Back to Hall. And Lily will set it up in the half court. Reverse it back to Peyton. Into the corner to Hannon. Hannon to Peyton. Peyton with the dribble to the left of the key. Going to work against the man-to-man. Cruz bounce pass in the lane. Here's Hopper turning right side. Drives straight to the hoop and lays it up in good. 10th point of the day for Jericho Hopper. And the Rams back out in front by 4, 27-23. Played 2 minutes here in this third quarter of play. Rams drop back into their 2-3. Bartuzak to the right of the key to Condor, top of the key. Pass deflected and stolen by Lily Hall. And gets it back finally to Jericho Hopper to bring it up. Hopper around the defender at midcourt. Hesitation move, dribbles on the baseline. Fire it back out to Hannon. Into the corner to Peyton. Her three on the way. Left side is good. Addie Peyton feeling it today. She's got 10. And the Rams have scored 7 straight and lead it now 30-23, forcing Coach Rachel Condor to take a timeout. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
For over 40 years, families in Orange and surrounding counties have relied on the professionalism of Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli in their time of need. Melvin Dillman established this high standard of dignity and care that remains today under the direction of Tim Scott, family, and staff. Call 812-723-2276 to set up a pre-need appointment, and the staff at Dillman Scott will be happy to discuss all of your options. Southern Indiana's gold standard of care. Dillman Scott Funeral Home in Paoli.
Well, 5.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Paoli has jumped out to a 7-point lead now after South Central came out and tied it right out of the locker room. So Paoli, on the strength of the shooting of Hopper and Addie Peyton, have bumped that lead up. Peyton, matter of fact, you go back to the first quarter, she's made 4 out of her last 5 shots. Missed her first couple, but since then she's been on a roll.
Malley back to Condor. 3 right of the key is bottom of the net. Running that out of the set play. 8 on the day for Condor. 30-26 with 5:15 to go in the third. South Central stays in their half-court trap. In the lane, knocked away, stolen by Bartuzak. Head of the pack, drives right side, lays it up and in. Turnover leads to 2. 7 on the day for Bartuzak, and all of a sudden, the lead is whittled down to 2 at 30-28 after that timeout. Left side, Peyton has it into the middle to Hopper, and Hopper has got an arm of Keith in between her and the basketball. Maggie Keith will be called for the foul.
That foul on Keith, a little bit of trouble. That's going to be her third, also the team third here of the quarter. Hopper, she was trying to get rid of that basketball and had Cruz all alone down underneath. She was calling for it, just couldn't get it to her.
Austin McCray back in. Into the corner, Hannon left side, bounce pass to Hopper around her defender, lays it up and good. 12 on the day for Jericho, averaging almost 15 per ball game. Lead back out to 4 with 4:40 to go in the third. Bartuzak to the left of the key against the 2-3. Condor, another wide open 3 is good. Rams have got to get out on her. She's hit 2 in a row. She's quickly up to 11, 32-31. Well, under 4.5 minutes to go, and Coach Donovan Cruz says we need to talk about this right now, and he will take a timeout. 4:27 to go. Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rams lead it by 1. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Get ready for a taste explosion at the Superburger in Paoli, home of the Triple Nuke, the burger that takes flavor to a whole new level. But that's not all. They now proudly claim the title of second best burger in Indiana. Sizzle into satisfaction with their mouth-watering patties made with locally raised 90% lean grass-fed beef with fresh ingredients that'll leave your taste buds begging for more. The Superburger, where every bite is a journey of culinary delight. Swing by today and discover why they are the talk of the town. The Superburger, West Main Street in Paoli, where the Triple Nuke reigns supreme and the taste is legendary.
Well, South Central out of that timeout. They have come out on an 8-2 run and have gotten back within one of Paoli. Let's see if Paoli, after they took the timeout, can come out with the same sort of run.
Right side, Cruz going to drive straight to the basket. Contact as she goes up hard. Shot is partially blocked by Haig, but Haig will be called for a blocking foul.
Now that foul, let's see, just to make sure, we'll go on Haig, and that's her second. Team foul number 4, so the rest of the quarter, Paoli will shoot free throws. As it is, Avery Cruz going up there to shoot 2.
Free throw by Avery is up. Rims in and out, no good. Her first miss of the day.
Yep, made her first 4. That one just a little bit off to the left.
Rams clinging to a 1-point lead with 4:17 to go in the third quarter of play against South Central. Second one is up, and this one is good. Gives her 5 on the day. 33-31. South Central will look to tie. A 3 could give them the lead back. Rams going to drop back into their 2-3 zone on the right side. Condor fires it down the lane to Malley. One dribble, put it up in the lane, no good. Haig, though, with the height, able to get the rebound, then loses it. Payton comes up with it. Cruz finally takes it away from her and will give it off to Hopper in the back court. Not the way the Rams drew it up, but they like the way it ended on that play. If Paoli can build on this 2-point lead with 3:50 to go. Out front, Hannon fakes, dribbles with the left hand down the lane, put a runner up way short, no good. Can she get a rebound? She does to Hopper to keep it alive to Cruz in the corner. Cruz will bring it out of trouble with the dribble, and the Rams reset against the man-to-man. Avery picked up the dribble over to Lily Hall, bounce pass down in the lane, backing in as Hopper, and as she goes in, they're going to call her for a charging foul.
Yeah, the South Central folks were up off of the bench real quick, but Coach Donovan Cruz, after the foul call, came up just as quick. I didn't see anything at all going on down there to necessitate the foul. That the foul on Hopper is her second, team first.
3:20 and counting. Haig into the corner left side. Bobble it, gives it out to Bartuzak. Bartuzak bounce pass to the right side to McCray. McCray back to Bartuzak between the circles to Malley at the high post to Bartuzak. Bartuzak dribbles into the lane, give it off out front to Condor to Malley. Malley's pass deflected by Hall, but coming up with it is Condor. Condor to Bartuzak to the right of the key. Under 3 minutes to go in the third. Rams lead it by 2. South Central to basketball. Condor, another 3. It rims in and out left side, no good. Deep rebound pulled down by Addie Payton for Paoli. And Rams will come up with the basketball. Jericho Hopper in control against the man-to-man running the point. Give it off to Hannon. Hannon between the circles. Rams overload the right side. Put Hopper right at the free throw line. Work it right side. The pass goes off the fingertips. Kind of split 2 players, Cruz and Hall, and neither one of them come up with it.
And just went straight out of bounds, and not really sure who it was intended for, but it was off the mark, and now South Central another chance to tie with a 2.
13 turnovers on the day for Paoli. Condor will bring it up. She's had the hot hand in this quarter. Bartuzak to the left of the key. Pass deflected out high by Hall. Picked up out of there by Hannon. Hannon to Hall. Hall stops. Her shot blocked by McCray. And McCray, a nice play to come down with the rebound. The other way, Bartuzak, 2-on-2, crosses over, spin move down the lane. Shot up in traffic is good. Bartuzak with the completion at the rims got 9, and we're tied 33-33 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter of play. Paoli trying to answer back. Hannon into the offensive end with the left-handed dribble. Goes over to Payton. Payton dribbles to the high post. Give it off to Cruz. Step back. Her 3 is blocked out of there by McCray. On the floor, Condor has it. Reaching in is Hannon. And timeout going to be taken, though, by Coach Rachel Condor to save that possession. 1:45 to go. Third quarter of play on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. 33-33. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Inflation and other economic factors can keep you from getting the best results from your investments. Raymond James financial advisor Jamie Sullivan may be able to help you find ways to stay ahead of inflation, save money on your taxes, and prepare for retirement. Call Jamie Sullivan at 812-849-1233 2670. Located in Mitchell for an appointment. Raymond James & Associates, Incorporated. Member of the New York Stock Exchange, SIPC, Life Well Planned.
A minute 45 left in the third quarter. South Central has fought back from as much as a 7-point deficit here in the quarter. And what they're doing is knocking down shots. They've knocked down 3 threes already in this quarter. And Condor, who's made 2, she's got the basketball now.
1-3-1 trap for the Rams in the half court. McCray, left wing, high post to Haig. Back to McCray. The lefty launches 3 at home, knocked it down. McCray gets her first points of the day to give the lead back to South Central at 36-33 with 1:19 to go. Out front, Hannon with the basketball to Cruz. Post up down low. Here's Jericho Hopper driving in right side. Little fadeaway up off the glass and good for Hopper. They're posting her up. She's making them pay. That is 14 for Jericho. Rams back to within 1. Condor between the circles with the dribble. A minute remaining in the third. She's behind the arc. She can take that shot from there. Weaves her way. Gets a screen. Now launches a 3. It rims in and out. No good. Cruz fights for the rebound. And when she comes down with it, she is bumped from behind and a foul called on the Rebels.
See who they want to put that foul on. It's going to go on 11, Olivia Malley. That's going to be her third and team foul number 5. So free throws for Paoli. Should get 2 as they will send, I think Avery Cruz will go up there to shoot the free throws.
Avery 1 for 2, her last trip at the line. See if she can get that streak going again. Just 52.3 seconds remaining in the third. South Central out by 1 at 36-35. Free throw by Avery is up. It's off the side of the rim. No good.
All right, get one of the 2 at least.
If we can get another tie, starting to go back and forth here in this second half of play.
Yep. Substitution for Paola. Jay Walker is in, and Lily Hall will go out.
Get a little bit of a break here before the quarter break. Avery's second free throw is up and bottom of the net. She's got 6 points on the day. We're tied 36-36 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Condor will bring it up with the dribble. Takes it to the left of the key. Picked up there by Walker. Give it off to Bartuzak. Bounce pass in the lane to Haig. Down the lane, driving, shot up by Brown, who just checked in. It's no good, and the rebound cleared out of there by Jay Walker. If the Rams can close out this quarter on a positive note, Hopper will bring it into the offensive end. She's going to direct traffic. Still 25 seconds to go. Used up the dribble, needs some help. And the 5-second count on, and may have to take a timeout. Finally, no to Hannon. She bailed her out right at the top of the key. Work it left side to Peyton. Peyton bounce pass cleared out. Here's Jericho with the left hand. Goes, reverses left to right. Shot no good. And the rebound comes down between Haig and Hopper. A jump ball. Possession arrow, though, will keep it down at the Rams' end.
Got to be a quick possession. Just 6.5 seconds left in the quarter.
Rams have not fared well in final possessions in the first and second quarter. See if they can capitalize in the third. Hannon looking. She's got Hopper in trouble. Ball batted away and stolen. Outlet pass ahead to Brown. Brown with 2 seconds. Bounce pass to driving McCray, who laid it up and in. And the Rams a costly turnover to close out the quarter. Leads to 2 for South Central. And the Rebels will have the lead 38-36 at the end of 3. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
In need of a financial checkup? Consider Whitfield Investments for comprehensive investment advice and wealth management services. As a passionate Paoli native, Wes Whitfield places the needs of his clients first as he works to grow a stronger, financially savvy community of investors, families, and individuals. Give Whitfield Investments a call today at 812-203-2545 to learn more about how Wes can help you stay on track with your goals, both now and in the future.
Hi, this is John Bender. Since 1931, Bender Lumber has been providing superior service along with quality, innovative building products at fair, competitive prices. In communities throughout southern Indiana, our locations are the primary supplier to residential builders, professional remodelers, as well as do-it-yourselfers who rely on our knowledgeable sales staff to do whatever it takes to proudly serve them and to get the job done. So here's to the first 90 years of local people serving local needs at Bender Lumber.
Rams trail by 2 to start the fourth quarter. It'll be South Central basketball. They'll go with McCray, Condor, along with Brown, down low, Bartuzak, and Haig. Rams open up in their half-court man-to-man. Hannon, Hall, Hopper, along with Walker and Cruz, the 5 out there for Paoli. Brown works it on the right of the key, guarded there by Lily Hall. Gets it along the sideline, and then she stepped out of bounds. And that'll give the ball over to the Rams. That's 10 turnovers in the game, 4 in this half for the Lady Rebels of South Central. Rams a basket, 2-pointer will tie it. A 3 would give them the lead. Extending the man-to-man defense is South Central. Cruz in the backcourt. Give it off to Hopper. Clear it out for Jericho, and she'll bring it up with the dribble. Gets it across the timeline, guarded there by Bartuzak. Handed off to Hannon at the center circle. Caleb with the dribble, work it right side to Hopper. Hopper against the man-to-man, looks at Cutters, out to Cruz, swing it right side to Hannon, down low. Here's Hopper off the screen, all alone, lays it up, and good. 2 more for Jericho.
She's got 16.
38-38, tied with 7:15 to go in the ball game. Condor out high, dribbles between 2 defenders, and then gets tripped up as she gets right at the free throw line, goes down to the floor. Whistle got to be called, and believe Kaylin Hannon will be the guilty party.
Yeah, that foul on Hannon, that's going to be her 3rd team foul, number 1 of the quarter. Shooting percentages through 3. Paoli's at 52%, 13 of 25. South Central, 14 of 32, 44%. The biggest difference is 4 made threes in that 3rd quarter for South Central.
Bartuzak dribbles down the left side. Her shot no good. Rebound by Walker, falling out of bounds, throws it back in. Condor ends up coming up with the basketball, and a foul going to be called again on Paoli.
And that's trouble for Paoli because Kaylin Hannon has now picked up her 4th personal foul. That's team foul number 2 of the quarter.
Addie Payton, who's had a good game today, comes back in for the Rams. A lot of time left, 6:57 to go, tied 38. Inbounds to Condor. Condor with the dribble will pull it out. Rams stay in their half-court man-to-man, set a screen out high. Condor with the dribble, weaves her way into the high post, dump it over the top. Brown drives baseline, put a scoop shot up in a tough spot, laid it up and good. Addison Brown's first 2. South Central back out by 2 at 40-38. Quickly Hopper the other way. Ooh, nearly slipped and fell, but did a great job of maintaining control of the basketball without turning it over. Run a little weave out front, do the Rams, give it off to Avery Cruz between the circles to Walker on the right wing. Walker looking down low, and a reach-in foul going to be called. Ty McCray a little bit too aggressive.
That foul on McCray, just her first. Team foul number 1 of the quarter. That'll give it over to Paoli. Out of bounds on the far sideline, right there in front of the Paoli bench.
Willie Hall will do the honors to bring it in for the Rams. Trying to look down low, screen across to Cruz, into the corner, dump it down low, clear it out. Here's Hopper driving back in, lays it up over Bartuzak.
She's got 18.
40-40 with 6:14 to go in the ball game. Out high, Condor with the dribble, fakes right, goes left to the free throw line. Kick it back out to Brown, into the corner, McCray. McCray used up the dribble, pass deflected, but comes right to Condor, into the corner to Haig. Haig with the dribble, pass it out front. McCray work it right side. Nearly a miscommunication, but Bartuzak was right there to save that pass from going out of bounds. 3, top of the key, Condor, a long one. Ball going to go out of bounds. It'll be Paoli basketball.
Condor was one of those with a hot hand there for a while in the 3rd quarter. Made 2 of her 5 threes in that quarter. She's got 11 points, and she is a handful because you saw that possession. She's 4 or 5 feet behind the line and still willing to put it up.
Bartuzak and Hopper work one-on-one. Down low, here's Hall on the right wing. Lily pass it out front to Payton. Hattie working left side to Cruz. Cruz looking for Cutters down low, out high to Walker. Walker bounce pass to Hopper on the right wing. Hopper looking down low for Cruz, can't get it to her, so the Rams will reset out front to Payton. Fakes, dribbles in to Cruz, right wing, dump it down to Hopper. This one's deflected, the ball loose, and going to go out of bounds. Hall got a hand on it, so did Brown. And the official says that the number 12 of South Central touched it last.
Yeah, I think Hall had kind of knocked it free, and the South Central player reaching for it tipped it before it went out.
Lily looking underneath, bounce pass comes into Hopper on the baseline, right side. Jericho puts the ball on the deck into a double team, jump pass out high to Payton, to the free throw line, back to Cruz. Tied 40-40 with 5:05 to go in the 4th quarter. Work at right wing. Payton has it for Paoli to Hall at the top of the key. Hall will push it back out, and the Rams reset. Hopper comes out on the right wing. Jericho drives baseline in the double team to a cutting Lily Hall in front of the rim, who lays it up and good off the glass. 5 on the day for Lily, and the Rams are back out in front, 42-40 with 4:45 to go. Condor between the circles on the dribble, staying in the man-to-man. Condor left-handed dribble down the lane, bounce pass. Bartuzak on the baseline, put it up good and a foul. Penetration by Condor to Bartuzak. She'll have a three-point play opportunity. She's got 11 and could give the lead back to South Central.
Just quick ball movement that time got Paoli in a bad situation defensively, and Jay Walker got caught on the hip and reaching in. That's her first and team third.
Bartuzak at the free throw line, looking for her 12th point of the day, which is her average, and it is up and good. 43-42, South Central back out on top and will extend their defense. Cruz has it in the backcourt against the man-to-man. Gives it to the trailer, Lily Hall, and Lily will work it across the timeline. Works with the ball over to Peyton. Peyton to the left of the key. Addie crosses over to Hall at the top of the key. Give it off to Hopper on the right wing. Hopper back out to Cruz. In the lane, here's Peyton. Couldn't get the shot off. Back to Hopper. Jericho drives down, lost it, got it back. As she made a spin move, she will be called for a travel.
Tough break there for Paoli because Hopper was going to get a chance at a shot opportunity. Matter of fact, she didn't make it after she was finally able to get it up. But good defense by South Central, collapsing on her with three different players and giving her very little room to maneuver.
That was 16th turnover of the day for the Rams. South Central up by one in the basketball as we roll under 4 minutes to go in the game. Bartuzak at the top of the key, steps back three. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Nice block out by the Rams. It goes out of bounds. It'll be Paoli basketball.
All right, Paoli needs a good possession here. See if you can't get into something that you get Hopper down low because they're trying to guard her with a much smaller player.
Full court man-to-man pressure. Hopper in the backcourt to Hall, and Lily will bring it up across the timeline to the center circle and resets the offense. Right side to Peyton. Peyton looking down low. They got Cruz all alone. Can't find her. Walker bobbled it. Jay Still finally gets a handle on it. Pass it over along the spike line to Hopper. Hopper looking down low. Rams running cutters off the screen. Peyton has it. Fakes left. Goes right to Cruz. Bounce pass down low. Tried to get it to Hopper, but out of her reach, and the ball sails out of bounds.
Had it set up, but defensively, South Central did a good job at the very end of the possession, making that that pass from Cruz to Hopper tougher, and as a result, it goes wide of the target and out of bounds.
Just a one-point game, but the Rams have had back-to-back turnovers come up with empty possessions. As we see Maggie Keith come into the ball game, and Addison Brown will take a seat. Condor will bring it up with the dribble. 3:20 and counting, 43-42, South Central on top. Condor bounce pass to Haig. Rams stay in their half-court man-to-man. Bartuzak into the corner, right side, behind the back dribble along the arc. Used up the dribble, needs some help to Keith down the lane. Dump it off to Haig, right side. Shot up, no good, but she is fouled as the Rams got caught in a switch and a bit of a scramble underneath there. But South Central able to take advantage of it.
And Walker came back late, tried to get that block, got her on the arm. That foul on Jay is going to be her second and team foul number 4. So South Central could get a chance at some free throws down the stretch.
Gracie Haig at the line, 5'10 junior. Free throw knocks it down, rattled around for her third point of the day. She comes in averaging 6 a ball game. Hannon with those 4 fouls will come in, and Walker will go out at the 3:03 mark. 44-42 on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. Rebels on top. Second one by Haig is up and good. 5-point advantage, and now South Central will go full court pressure once again. 1-2-1-1. Hopper in the backcourt and a double team to Hall. Hall used up the dribble, needs some help in the middle. The ball knocked away and stolen by Bartuzak, but there's Lily Hall to scramble and get a jump ball. Best possession arrow, though, will fortunately give it back to the Rams.
So South Central, much of this half had been picking Paoli at the midcourt stripe. Now they've extended again all the way down the court, and that really gave Paoli some problems there.
Ball deflected in the backcourt. Hall can't hold on to it. It goes out of bounds. And the Rams turn it over one more time with 2:50 to go. Timeout going to be taken by Paoli. South Central leads at 45-42 with 2:50 to go. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Cave Quarries Incorporated and Cowcar Quarries, dealers of agricultural lime, crushed stone, sand, hot and mixed asphalt materials, and asphalt paving, invite you to visit one of their 2 locations. Cave Quarries, located 3 miles west of Paoli on State Road 56, and Cowcar Quarries, located 2 miles east of Paoli on Highway 150. Phone 936-4923 for Cave Quarries Incorporated and 723-2109 for Cowcar Quarries. Services you can count on. Quality guaranteed.
Your high-end electronics and gadgets are only as good as your internet service provider. Stop the frustration of slow and unreliable internet service with a call to Orange County Fiber. Call Orange County Fiber and check out their brand new fiber packages that include lightning-fast upload and download speeds for households that stream, game, and surf the internet. Call Orange County Fiber and see the difference fiber can make in your daily life or your business operation. Phone OC Fiber at 812-865-2229. Orange County Fiber, bringing high-speed internet to your community.
Well, 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in this one. That's the time showing on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. A 3-point lead for South Central at 45-42. They have picked up the defensive pressure, and Paoli has turned it over several times now in the last couple of minutes. And now South Central, they've got the basketball ready to inbound to the right of their bucket.
Rams looks like going to man it up coming out of this inbound play.
They've got some concerns over at the scores table as to maybe possession arrow and that sort of thing. I know Paoli, we just had a change of possession, and Paoli got it, and the arrow was switched back over to South Central, and as far as I can tell, that's where it should be.
Talking it over right now with both scores. As the officials points one way to Paoli. Now let's see how it comes back.
Either possession or timeouts. Who knows?
First of 2 games coming your way today here on Mix 95.3. Later on tonight, Bert and I will be up at Chambers Gymnasium as Paoli boys will be back in action, taking on Eastern tonight. Also, the officials a chance to get the timeout situation.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that's what it was more than anything, just making sure everybody was set on who had how many timeouts.
Keith on the baseline, give it in to Haig, out front to Condor. Rams stay in their half-court man-to-man to Keith to the left of the key, work it over to Malley. Malley with the dribble, dump it down low in the lane. Here's Condor, guarded there by Lily Hall. 2:38 to go in the ball game. 3-point lead for South Central in the basketball. Rebels going to be very patient here, running their motion offense. Bartuzak has it to the right of the key to Keith. Swing it left side to Condor. Condor fakes 3, but not going to put it up with the lead. Going to run the clock. Down to 2:20 to go. Condor between the circles on the dribble. Trying to screen down low. Popping out. Malley has it on the right side. Malley surveys the defense, puts the ball on the deck, takes it right along the spike line. Hopper trying to reach in and steal, hand it off to Condor. And collision between Hopper and Condor out high, and not what the Rams want to do because South Central is shooting free throws.
And that foul on Hopper, that's going to be her third. Team foul number 5, so 2 free throws the rest of the way for South Central. Haley Condor, who is now 3 out of 6 on the day. She's made her last 3, though.
Free throw is up and good. Got herself in a bit of a groove now. She's got 12 on the afternoon, coming in averaging 17 per ball game. Makes it a 46-42 lead. Second one is up and good. Rams have been stuck on 42 for a while. 5-point advantage. South Central stays in that full court pressure, 1-2-1-1. Inbounds pass to Cruz on the left side. Picked up the dribble. Ball knocked away, stolen, but then restolen by Hall. We'll give it up to Hopper down the right sideline. Contact right at the 10-second line between Malley and Jericho Hopper, and a foul will be called on South Central.
And that foul will be trouble for South Central because Malley has now picked up her 4th personal foul. That is team foul number 2, though, and Paoli will have to inbound across the way.
2 minutes exactly remaining in the ball game. Lob it in the corner to Hall. Try to go one-on-one, but Keith with the deflection and the steal down low. Rams come up empty again. Long pass out to Haig. Doesn't have numbers. Slows it up to Bartuzak. Bartuzak with the dribble. Rams now going to really have to scramble and start to foul with 1:45 to go, down by 5. Malley down the lane to Keith. South Central in their spread offense playing some keep away. Bartuzak at the spike line. Give it off on Condor. Rams come out, stay in their half-court man-to-man. 1:30 to go. Bounce pass to Marley. Rams going to have to start figuring out who they want to foul. Haig has it between the circles.
I think Haig would be the one,
and
but
she is.
You really didn't want Avery to be the one to commit the foul. Well, she's got one more to give. That's her fourth. And already over the limit is Paoli, and that will send Haig to the free throw line. She's 2 out of 3 so far on the day and has 4 points.
First half, South Central struggled at the free throw line, but done a much better job here in the second half. This first one is up and good.
Yep, knocking them down when they need to.
48-42 with a minute 22 to go. Rams are going to have to be very quick on the offensive end. Haig, second free throw on the way. High arcing shot up and good. 7-point lead, biggest of the day for South Central. Here's in the middle against the press. Hannon to Hopper, lob it ahead to Peyton. Peyton gets it into the offensive end, used up the dribble, needs some help, baseline to Cruz. Cruz cross court to Hall. 15-footer right baseline, back of the rim, no good. Tipped around, comes down to Avery Cruz on the deflection, and then she put it back up. Shot would not go. Avery is fouled, though, and just what the Rams need, a chance to score with the clock not running.
And that foul, I believe he put 11. Yeah, it's up on the board now, and that's Malley, and that will be her fifth. Team foul number 3, so she will foul out of the ball game with a minute 9 to go.
Rams have been in a drought of almost 3 minutes here and really hurt them. Free throw up by Cruz is good. It's 49-43 with 1:09 to go. 7 on the day for Avery. Jay Walker will come in and Hannon will come out. Keep Hannon from possibly getting that 5th foul because the Rams are definitely going to have to foul here in the final 69 seconds. Next up, Cruz trying to make it a 2-for-2 trip. That bounces off the rim, no good. Ball loose on the floor. Haig comes out of there with it for South Central. In the backcourt, Keith has it. Rams continue to extend their pressure to Condor. Condor across the timeline, pushes it up. Now we'll pull it back out with under a minute to go. Rams can't be choosy. They're going to have to foul Condor, it looks like, and finally Lily Hall does with 53.5 seconds to go.
Hall picks up the foul. That'll be her fourth, so she can't do that without going out. And that will put just the girl that South Central wanted on the line, and Haley Condor. She goes up there again. She's made 5 out of 8, 5 of those in a row.
Free throw is up. That's off the back of the rim. No good. Keeps hope alive. As Hannon will come back in. Walker will come out. Rams start to get into their situation substitutions with those fouls, offense and defense. But their best offensive team out there right now. Condor's second free throw is up, and this one is good. Back to a 7-point lead.
She's got 14 on the day.
53 seconds to go. Full court man-to-man pressure. Give it into Hopper. Hopper in some trouble. Will dribble out of it. Will bring it up against Bartuzak. Hopper works one-on-one, but they're forcing the Rams to use time, and Bartuzak with the bump. Really not a big deal right there because the Rams are still not over the limit.
I like that Bartuzak girl. She got right up on Hopper, made it very difficult to get the ball forward, and wound up with a foul that she didn't like.
Timeout taken with 46 seconds to go. South Central on top by 7. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you looking to make an impact in Orange County? The Orange County Community Foundation is here to help you do just that. For over 20 years, OCCF has been supporting our local community, empowering nonprofits, and driving a positive change through generous contributions from people just like you. And now we have an incredible matching opportunity that only lasts a limited time. When you contribute to our Share the Love of Orange County Unrestricted Fund or any of our unrestricted funds, your gift will be matched 2 to 1. That means for every $1 you give, the Lilly Endowment will match it with 2 more, tripling your impact. This matching opportunity won't last long. Contact us at 723-4150 or visit our website at occf-in.org for more information. Your contribution today will support vital Orange County programs and services for years to come. Join us in building a better community together and build a stronger, more vibrant Orange County. Orange County Community Foundation, where your passion meets our purpose.
Just 46 seconds left. Paoli down 7. Need a bucket on this trip. And
have it at midcourt into Peyton. Her 3 is blocked out high by Haig. Down low. Hopper has it in traffic. Shot rims off the front, rolls out. However, Jericho will have to earn him now at the free throw line. Would have been nice to get a 3-point play on that trip.
That foul is on Austin McCrae. That's going to be her second. Team foul number 5, so Paoli shoots 2 the rest of the way.
Not long ago, only 1 foul there by South Central. Free throw by Hopper, rattles around and falls through.
She's got 19 points now.
6-point advantage for South Central as Asbell will come in along with Walker. Cruz and Hannon go out with those fouls. Jericho's second free throw on the way. It is up and good. 50-45. Inbounds pass to Condor. Condor in a double team will weave her way through traffic, and Hopper finally fouls her in the backcourt. All the Rams can do right now and hope that South Central misses free throws.
Paoli's starting to run out of players that can foul without fouling out, though, because Cruz, Hopper, Hannon, and Hall all have 4 fouls.
37.6 seconds remaining, 5-point game. Haley Condor, the 5'4" sophomore, at the line with 14 points. Make it 15. Coming in averaging at 17. She'll get very close to that average before this game is done. Hannon and Cruz back in for the Rams. 51-45 in favor of South Central. Condor second free throw. It is up and rattled in and good. 52-45. Continued full court pressure. Get it into Hannon in the backcourt. Caleb will bring it up with the dribble. Works down the right sideline. Crosses over at the spike line. Into the corner to Hall. 3 on the way by Lilly is good. And Lilly drains a big 3 to cut the lead back to 4 with 52-48 and 28 seconds to go. Timeout going to be taken by the Rams. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Satisfy your cravings with KFC's world-famous fried chicken. What began from a humble service station in Corbin, Kentucky now includes over 24,000 KFC outlets in more than 145 countries and territories around the world. It's real meals made the hard way. Now you can enjoy their world-famous fried chicken in a variety of ways, from buckets to meal deals, sides, and desserts. Stop by the KFC at 925 North Gospel Street in Paoli. It's finger-licking good.
Cool motorcycle. How'd you afford it? Got a home equity line of credit from Hoosier Hills Credit Union. That's cool. Why a motorcycle? I had a sign at work.
And now if you turn to page 3 on your binders, you'll see that.
Fund your adventures with a home equity line of credit from Hoosier Hills Credit Union. Remodel your home, go on an epic vacation, or get the boat, RV, jet ski, or motorcycle of your dreams. Apply at any Hoosier Hills Service Center. Subject to credit approval. Terms and conditions are subject to change. Equal housing lender, NMLS number 408510.
Well, situation is this, just 28 seconds left. South Central's got the ball, and Paoli's down by 4.
Inbounds pass to Condors, weaves her way through traffic, and finally Asbell will foul her at the midcourt stripe with 23.5 seconds to go. A 4-point ball game, and Haley Condor at the free throw line. Exactly who South Central would like up there at this point in time.
Yeah, she's been on the streak for the most part. Missed her first 3 to start, but then made 5 in a row, missed 1, has made 3 more in a row.
And add another one to that streak. Got one orange shoe and one blue shoe here today, so easy to pick out on the floor.
She's got 17 points.
53-48 with that made free throw. South Central back out on top to extend the lead. The second one is up and good as well. Full court pressure, man-to-man, give it into Cruz. Cruz will take it down the right sideline, gets it into the offensive end, stops, fires it out to Hannon down low. Here's Hopper. The pass, though, is tipped away and stolen. And a foul got to be called with 13.7 seconds to go. And once again, another empty possession for the Rams. That's 21 turnovers here today.
Yeah, just been too many turnovers. Paoli was up 42-40 with just under 5 minutes to go. They went about 4 minutes without scoring, and I think they turned it over just about every possession in that stretch because they've been making their shots for the most part in this quarter, just haven't gotten enough of them.
Free throw by Keith, rattles around, hits the front of the rim, and dances through to make it 55-48. She's got 7. It's going to be the first game of the season where the Rams have scored over 40 points and not won a game. Usually when they get to that plateau, they're able to win. Second one is up and good. Timeout going to be taken by Coach Rachel Condor with 13.7 seconds to go. The lead out 56-48. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Sleep better knowing your home is protected. Imagine rainstorms rolling in, and you at peace knowing your home is protected by the best in the business. Join hundreds of Indiana homeowners who trust Summers Seamless Guttering. Your fully insured local experts in gutter installation, gutter cleaning, and gutter guard protection. Whether it's a new construction or time to replace your old leaky gutters, we have you covered. Our American-made seamless gutters are custom cut on-site, backed by multiple warranties for your peace of mind, installed by local experts who treat your home like their own. Love your home? Protect it properly. Choose Summers Seamless Gutters today and enjoy peace of mind all year round. Contact us now because the best protection starts at the top. Don't let rain damage cost you thousands in repairs. For a free estimate on any gutter service, call 812-620-4762 today. That's 812-620-4762. Summers Seamless Guttering, protecting Hoosier homes one gutter at a time.
Rams on the inbound pass, just kind of the way the day is gone. It goes off the hands of Hannon. Unforced turnover, number 22 on the day.
They were doing okay until about the 5-minute mark of this quarter, and I bet they've got close to half of their turnovers in that stretch.
Just fell apart down the lane, and now South Central will run out the string, and they'll take home the win here today. Your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. South Central comes back in the second half of play to defeat the Paoli Rams by a score of 56-48, extending their winning streak to 3 games and extend the Rams' losing streak this week to 3 games. Again, South Central, your winner, 56-48. Your final on the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Are you ready to see the world with clarity and style? Look no further than InFocus Eye Care on West Hospital Road in Paoli. At InFocus Eye Care, they offer comprehensive eye exams, a wide selection of fashionable eyewear, and the latest in contact lens technology. Their expert team is dedicated to providing personalized eye care for the entire family. Call 812-723-4752 and schedule your appointment. Now, open Monday through Thursday from 8 to 5. InFocus Eye Care, where your vision is their focus. Riley Oil is pleased to announce they are once again pumping gas for their valued customers after the 2023 tornado outbreak at their Paoli location. The Riley family invites you to stop in and fill up with quality Marathon gasoline and diesel. Stop in and check out the facility, grab a cold drink and a Hoosier Lottery ticket. Be sure to visit their other 2 locations in Orleans and Hardinsburg and grab a snack, drink, or something cooked fresh from their grab-and-go hot bar. Riley's Marathon offers after-hours pay at the pump for your convenience. Visit them off the east side of the Paoli Square in Orleans and Hardinsburg.
Tough loss at the Auxiliary Gymnasium at Paoli Junior Senior High School for the Lady Rams right in this game until about the 4:53 mark, and that's when things started to fall apart with turnovers that South Central give them credit. They struggled at the free throw line in the first half, but in the second half with the game on the line, they were able to step up and knock down free throws, particularly in that fourth quarter of play, to close out this ball game with a 56-48 victory over Paoli. We begin our post-game show brought to you by OC Eats, delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon. A game that saw 2 ties, 2 lead changes in the first half, 6 ties, and 3 lead changes in this second half of play. Paoli led it at the end of the first quarter by a score of 12-7. The Rams clinging to a 3-point advantage at the halftime break, 23-20. Paoli able to get the lead out to 6 at one point in that second half, but give South Central credit. They were able to claw their way back in, and in fact, they were able to get the lead going into the fourth and final quarter of play at a 38-36 margin. Stayed back and forth in the first 3 minutes of that fourth quarter play. At the 4:53 mark, Lily Hall hit a 2 to give the Rams the lead at 42-40. But then that's when the Rams started struggling on the offensive end as they had turnover after turnover coming up with empty possessions. That led to a 9-0 run by South Central to open this game up to 49-42. Rams get 1 out of 2 at the line by Cruz to make it 49-43. Condor came back with 1 out of 2 at the line to make it 50-43 with just 53 seconds to go. Hopper cut it to 5 on 2 free throws. Condor got him back with 2 free throws with 37 seconds to go. Lily Hall, though, hits a big 3 out of the right corner with 28 seconds to go to make it 52-48. But then 4 straight free throws, 2 of those by Condor, 2 by Keith, and that seals the deal here today for the Lady Rebels of South Spencer as they pick up the win over Paoli 56-48. South Spencer improves to 8-10 on the season. The Rams fall to 5-13. Paoli with 20 rebounds today. They won the battle of the boards. Unfortunately, though, that was offset by their large amount of turnovers. Paoli, as we mentioned, 20 total rebounds, 5 on the offensive end. South Central with 12 rebounds today and 4 second-chance opportunities. As we mentioned, turnover is the big difference in this ball game. The Rams had 9 in the halftime, and we thought that's way too many. Unfortunately, they added 13 more in the second half for a game total of 22. Hard to win a game when you have that many turnovers, and that's twice as many as South Central had on the day, as they end up with 11. And the Rebels will take home the win here today, 56-48. When we continue with the OC Eats postgame show, we'll take a look at team and individual stats. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Paoli Health and Living is a senior living community that's not like the others. It's rich in history, a community landmark, and a place to call home. Get the care you need and deserve with Paoli Health and Living rehabilitation programs. Be unstoppable and take the guesswork out of therapy with their unique and personalized programs. And for residents needing extra care, the long-term care program is equipped with an expert team of nurses and therapists, dietitians, and dedicated certified nursing assistants. Learn more about the services available to you at Paoli Health and Living. Call 812-723-2595.
Craving your favorite meal, but don't want to leave the house? OC Eats has got you covered. We deliver from the best restaurants in West Baden, French Lick, and Paoli every day from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Whether you're in the mood for burgers, pizza, Chinese, Japanese, ice cream, or something else, we've got you covered. Just visit getoceats.com. That's GETOCEATS.com, or call 812-653-7431, and we'll place the order for you. OC Eats, delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon.
Rams come up on the short end of the Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James scoreboard today, falling 56-48. Kind of look back at this game and look at it, and the way the Rams played, this would have led to a lot of wins in some games that they played this season. Unfortunately, not today, with South Central able to close it out at the free throw line.
Yeah, Paoli, you look at the box score. They scored 12 in the first, 11 in the second, 13 in the third, and 12 in the fourth, and there's been a lot of games where it's been like 4 or 5 in a quarter, so getting into double digits, that's usually a good sign for Paoli, and just unable to make the plays down the stretch. And, you know, it's a combination of things in that fourth quarter. Too many turnovers on the part of Paoli and too many made free throws by South Central. Paoli, they were put in a situation where they had to foul, had to hope that South Central would miss, and they did not. The one big stat from the game today is free throw shooting in the fourth quarter for South Central. They went 14 out of 15 from the line in the fourth quarter, 93% free throw shooting there, and they wound up 19 out of 26 for 73%. They were just 5 of 11 from the line through the first 3 quarters, but then 14 out of 15, that'll bump that percentage up quite a bit. So looking at some of the other stats as far as the team shooting is concerned, all of the stats on Paoli's side look good. 17 out of 31 from the field today, 55%. They were 4 out of 6 in that fourth quarter, 67%. It's a really good percentage, just not enough shots. Included in that 17 of 31 overall figure is 4 out of 9 three-point shooting for Paoli, and that's probably close to a season best at 44%. They were 1 out of 2 in that fourth quarter. At the free throw line, Paoli also makes a good percentage at 10 out of 13 overall, 77%, after they went 3 out of 4 in that fourth quarter of play. Now, as far as South Central is concerned, they finished at 43% overall, 16 out of 37 from the field. They were 2 out of 5 in the fourth quarter to close things out. Where they really heated up was in the second and third quarters. 4 out of 8 in the second quarter, 7 out of 13 in the third quarter, and that third quarter was also when they made 4 out of 8 three-point shots. Now, 16 out of 37 on the afternoon, 43% overall. Included in that total is 5 of 17 three-point shooting. So they made 5 threes on the day, 4 of them in that third quarter of play. The 5 of 17, good for 29%. Already touched on the free throw figure, 14 of 15 in the fourth quarter and 19 out of 26 on the day. As far as the individual scoring is concerned, Paoli gets 2 players in double figures and 2 pretty close to that. As usual, Jericho Hopper leads the way. She finished with 20 points, 12 of those in the second half of play. You look at her stats on the day, she only missed, 2 shot attempts on the day and made, add them up real quick, 7, 8, 9. So she was 9 of 11 from the field and also 2 out of 2 from the free throw line. So an excellent day for Jericho again. Addie Payton, good to see her come out and make some shots. That can't do anything but help her. She finished with 10 points. There for a while, she was the offensive force for Paoli, as she had, 8 of her 10 in the second and third quarters. The rest of the way, 8 points for Lily Hall, including 5 in the fourth quarter, 7 points for Avery Cruz. All of Avery's points came from the free throw line today. She was 7 out of 10 from the line, and then 3 points for Kaylin Hannon. Hannon saddled with foul trouble much of the day and didn't get her usual time on the court. Now, as far as South Central is concerned, they wound up with 2 players in double figures and another pretty close. Haley Condor, really nice ball player there, 18 points on the day. Majority of those came from the free throw line. That fourth quarter, she was the only one to miss one for South Central, and she's actually their best free throw shooter on the year. That quarter, she was 7 out of 8. Then 12 points for Gracelyn Bartuzik. 12 points on the day, and she had 3 of them in that fourth quarter. 8 points for Maggie Keith. Keith, she came up big in the second and third quarters when she knocked down her only field goals made in those second and third quarters were threes, 1 in each. Then 6 points for Gracie Haig. Haig stepped up to the line in that fourth quarter and went 4 out of 4 from the line. So that was a big boost for South Central as well. So she's got 6, then 5 for Olivia Malley. She fouled out with about 2 minutes left in the ball game. Then 5 points for Austin McCrae and 2 for Addison Brown. As far as the scores by the quarters, Paoli was up after 1. 12-7 was the margin there. Second quarter, South Central won that quarter 13-11. That got them closer at the halftime break, but Paoli was still up 23-20. In the third quarter, that was a big quarter for South Central as they outscored Paoli 18-13. That got South Central a 2-point lead at 38-36. And in the fourth quarter, South Central outscores Paoli 18-12, and they win it 56-48.
The win by the Lady Rebels. Now they've won 3 in a row. They posted wins over Salem, South Spencer, and now Paoli. Up next, though, they will get a very good test on the road, taking on one of the top teams in Class A Tuesday night, as they will be headed over to take on the Borden Lady Braves. While for the Rams, that losing streak now back to 3, as they will be back at home, as they'll have another big conference showdown against the Mitchell Lady Blue Jackets here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium on Tuesday night. Again, the next 3 games, another big stretch of conference games for the Rams, as they will be Tuesday night at home with Mitchell, Thursday night at home with West Washington. That'll be senior night, believe it or not. And then the makeup game on Saturday, next Saturday afternoon against Crawford County. Then wrapping up the following Tuesday at Eastern, and then the final game that following Thursday night will be on the road over at Borden. So the Rams still some basketball to play in the final 2 weeks of the regular season. But if they can play like they did today, cut down on those turnovers, they will be giving themselves some good opportunities to win and hopefully get a little momentum heading into sectional play.
Yeah, and that really was the biggest stretch of the ball game. I think from about the 5-minute mark to the minute mark for Paoli, they just turned the ball over too many times. They had the lead at the 5-minute mark, but then turned over probably on 5-6 straight possessions, and South Central was able to just kind of poke their head out in front. And then because of that situation, with them being in the lead, Paoli was forced to foul. And South Central, they just stepped up and knocked them down like you wouldn't believe. And a lot of them, they didn't even touch rim. They were going straight through. It was almost one of those deals where you see one player making them, and that gives you confidence that you can make them, and that's the way it shaped out for South Central.
It was a tight play game, but through that game, as Bert mentioned, right to the 4:53 mark, and the really only big run of the game was by South Central at that point, from the 4:53 mark to the 1:09 mark in that fourth quarter. And that was a 9-0 run for South Central, and all of that was at the free throw line except for one basket.
Yeah, I think the majority of the points that came for South Central in that fourth quarter, they were at the free throw line. You look at Condra, as an example, she scored all of her points in the fourth quarter were from the free throw line. She only had to attempt one field goal in that quarter.
We'll have more of the OC Eats postgame show. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
You can make a difference in the life of abused and neglected children in Orange County. I'm Orange County Circuit Court Judge Steve Owen, and we have a court-appointed special advocate program, or CASA, right here in Orange County, and we need your help. There's no special skills required, and we can train you on the skills that are needed. All you have to do is just call Robin Brown today and tell her that you want to help us help these children feel safe and loved here in Orange County. That's Orange County CASA at 812-653-4889.
Program reminder again that we'll have more basketball coming your way this evening here on Mix 95.3 from Chambers Gymnasium, as we'll have Paoli boys basketball taking on Eastern. That'll be a 6 o'clock tip for the JV varsity at 7:30, and we'll be on the air with our pregame around 7:15 tonight between the Rams and the Musketeers. Here this afternoon at the Auxiliary Gymnasium of Paoli Junior Senior High School, a tightly played game for 3.5 quarters before South Central able to get that 9-0 run to get the lead up to 7, and then they made critical free throws down the stretch to win it, your final 56-48. Head coach Donovan Cruz joins us now here, and coach, one of these games where you can pinpoint that one stretch of the ball game that really made the difference.
Yeah, you're right, and you can definitely pinpoint that stretch, but that stretch was made possible by a lot of, in my opinion, mental mistakes early where we just didn't put them away. I think we had them down 7 or 8 a couple different times and couldn't get it to 10. But that 9-minute stretch, it's frustrating when we talk about certain things for a couple of days and then come out and it's just like, what are you talking about? We had a lot mental mistakes is what really killed us today. We left 14 and 15 open multiple times for no reason. We were denying kids out top when we weren't supposed to. We were supposed to be playing off, supposed to be playing in the gap, driving lanes for 14 and 15, and they burned us on that. And then, during that stretch there, we probably went the last 2.5, 3 minutes, maybe I have to watch film, where I don't think Jericho caught it in scoring position. We had a couple passes that we just threw out of bounds, and then after that we just quit looking, and you got to remember what got you where you're at, and they had no answer, zero answer.
Right, for her.
Their only answer was foul and hope she missed the free throws, honestly. And, we were just waiting. They never did, but we were just waiting and really kind of hoping they would go double team so we could get Lily, Avery, Addie hit a couple threes, kind of get our shooters going. They never did, but then we quit going to Jericho, which was really frustrating. And then, like I say, then we come down and left their shooters open a couple of times, and they made us pay and, ran out of time, basically.
Yeah, they give them credit, Coach. They hit free throws when they needed to down the stretch.
I think they hit 14 out of 15 or something like that in the fourth quarter. That's what you got to do to win close ball games, and they did that. It just, unfortunately, that, I don't know, 6 or 7, something like that, because we were fouling them on purpose, and should have never really come to that. So, that's a good team. Those two guards are really good.
They are.
They're really good. They're really scrappy, and they're a hard team to put away because they always have that ability to go on those 7, 8, 9, 0 runs, with a 3-ball or a dribble drive. The thing, they hit a 3 or 2, and then you come out on them, and then they go around you, and then they get the foul. You foul, and they go to the foul line. Those two are really good. They're really smart. They play together forever, and I didn't think we defended them very well today. I think we just, we left them open way too much, and didn't. Our other girls that were guarding the rest of the girls just didn't get in the driving lanes like we need to stop that. But we changed defense quite a few times and kind of kept them off guard a little bit. We did a lot of good things. That's what I told the girls. I said, you did a lot of good things. Ball went in the bucket today, which we figured it would eventually, We hit a lot of shots. We got the ball where we wanted it for about 3.5 quarters. And then we just kind of fell off there late and let them go on that run, and he never could recover.
Yeah, we talked about it, Coach. Boy, turnover is a big thorn in your side today.
Yeah, and I'll go back and watch the film, but like I told the girls, I said 22 turnovers. I'm going to say they caused maybe 11, 10 or 11. The rest of them we just did it ourselves. Just turning and slinging it, just not catching the ball, not seeing it in your hands. Stuff like that. You can't have those this late in the game or late in the season. You got to be past that stuff. And post-entry passes, we had 2 or 3 turnovers there that we just can't have, and I'm back to haunt us.
Now the Rams fall here today. Again, the final was 56-48. South Central able to get that lead in the fourth quarter and take the win home. And, Coach, I made the comment after the game, this is one of those strange games when you look back over all your games this season. If you'd have scored 48 points, that usually is the recipe to win.
Exactly. And that's why, you can't fault their effort and the majority of their execution, because obviously we did a lot of good things to score 48 points. It just we kind of fell asleep a few times on offense, and then the 22 turnovers gave them extra possessions.
Yeah.
And then you got 2 guards like that. When they miss a couple, you can't give it right back to them and let them go at it again. But we came out. We had Addie. I thought she hit some big shots early, kind of got us going. Jericho, was back to Jericho. Avery did a nice job. We did a lot of kids played well, but we just had some bad mistakes that really cost us.
And, Coach, now we got to put this one behind us because we're down, believe it or not, to the final 2 weeks of the regular season, and there's still a lot of basketball because of the makeup games that your team will be involved with, and it's going to be a big week again next week with 3 games, and, in fact, all 3 of them will involve conference implications.
Yeah, it's definitely not the plan we wanted or the script we wrote, but it is what it is and just how it happened. But we got 3 big games next week. That's what I told the girls. I said, we talk about it all the time. You either win or you learn, and there's a lot of learning that we can do from this game because we played well enough that we can see, a couple of small things would change the game. But, we started out with Mitchell. It's another team I think we should be able to beat, hopefully. But we can't make mental mistakes.
Right.
And that's what I told them. I said, the thing is we can't, in timeouts Tuesday or halftime or even after the game, I can't be talking about these same mental mistakes. That's where we got to make sure we don't have happen again. And then, you got West Washington, who is very up and down. I've seen them play really good, and I've seen them look very beatable. Crawford's kind of the same way, kind of look at our scores and our conference, and you really can't predict anything. I mean, this team will beat this team by 20, and that will be that by 20, and then circle back around, and it's like, how in the world, So from our standpoint, those scores don't matter because you never know what you're going to get. If we come ready to play and execute and play smart, we can win all 3 games. Just a matter of can we do that and keep it together for 32 minutes.
Well, hopefully that'll be the formula to win, Coach, Tuesday night. Thanks for joining us. We'll talk to you then.
All right, thanks. I
You bet.
appreciate it.
Head Coach Donovan Cruz of the Paoli Rams. They fall here today to South Central. Again, your final 56-48. We'll come back to wrap up the OC Eats postgame show. You're listening to Lady Rams basketball on Mix 95.3.
Discover the convenience of Hoosier Hardware, now offering a comprehensive selection of ammunition for all your shooting needs. Located on 1st Street, 1 block from the square, we are your one-stop shop for plumbing, electrical, painting, mobile home parts, water heaters, and general hardware supplies. In addition to our extensive inventory, we fill propane tanks, providing you with a cost-effective solution. Visit us today or call 812-723-2708 to see why Hoosier Hardware stands out for quality and service in the community.
A tight game throughout 3.5 quarters before South Central able to take control and hit free throws down the stretch to pull away with the win here today over Paoli, 56-48. The Lady Rebels led in scoring 18 points for Haley Condor, and then 12 on the day. A solid effort from their 1-2 punch, that being Gracelyn Bartuzak with 12 points in the winning ways for South Central. The Rams, though, they also put 2 players in double figures. Good balance scoring today. Jericho Hopper with 20, 10 for Addie Payton, 8 for Lily Hall, and 7 for Avery Cruz, but not enough to come away with the win here today. And with the win, South Central, the Rebels now improve to 8-10 on the year. The Rams fall to 5-13. As we mentioned with Coach Donovan Cruz, they're next up 3 games next week, all in PLAC play. It starts off Tuesday right here at the Auxiliary Gymnasium of Paoli Junior Senior High School as the Rams will welcome in the Mitchell Lady Blue Jackets. Again, that'll be a 6 o'clock JV 2 quarters with varsity to follow, so we'll be on the air with our pregame around 6:40 on Tuesday night. So if you can't make it, please tune in for another game involving Lady Rams basketball here at home. As we mentioned, it'll be the final 2 weeks of the regular season, and for Paoli, 3 games next week, and then 2 the final week of the regular season. And of course, this time next week we'll be start talking about, I should say, sectional draw. Believe it or not, it is that close to wrapping up this year. Here today, the Paoli Rams, they won 2 quarters of JV over South Central, 15-14, but could not hold on here today and fall in the varsity contest, 56-48. So we wrap up the OC Eats post-game show. OC Eats, delivering happiness right to your door. We'll see you soon. Again, we'll have more basketball coming your way tonight from Chambers Gymnasium, as we'll have the boys' game with Paoli and Eastern. JV at 6, varsity at 7:30. Our pregame around 7:15 tonight from Chambers Gymnasium. As always, I want to thank our great sponsors for allowing us to bring you high school basketball not only today but throughout the entire season. A big thank you as well to our engineer and producer back at the studio today. That's been Melissa Wall. And most of all, thanks to you for listening. For Bert Pedigo, I'm Dave Dedrick. Again, your final today, South Central 56, Paoli 48. Good afternoon, everybody.
High school sports on Mix 95.3 WUME is brought to you all season long by Bender Lumber, Cave and Calcar Quarries, Dillman Scott Funeral Home, Hoosier Hardware, Hoosier Hills Credit Union, In Focus Eye Care, KFC of Paoli, Orange County REMC, Orange County Fiber, Orange County CASA, Orange County Community Foundation, Paoli Health and Living Community, Riley Oil Company, Sullivan Financial Consulting of Raymond James, Summers Seamless Gutters, Springs Valley Bank and Trust, Team OC Youth Mentoring, Orange County Eats, The Super Burger and Whitfield Investments.